Fisker Maggie. Good afternoon, everybody. Agus Falcha. Welcome to our last session of the week. And if you are joining us for the first time, very special Falcha. My name is Joy. I'm the Director of Czech in the Gàidhlig, and I'm really excited to be with you all today for even more Gaelic language and culture. Sadly, for the last time this week. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. I've been having a great time talking to you about Gaelic, singing some songs, meeting new friends. But if this is your first time, don't worry. You don't need anything to get rid of your pens, your pencils. All I need to make sure is that you can hear me, that you can see me, and you can find the chat. So teachers, this is really your job. I was saying to the morning sessions, I was looking out the window and saying, thankfully, we're seeing a wee bit of sun, as there hasn't really been any of that this week. But looking out the window now, the sun is not there anymore. It's definitely a bit more cloudy now, and I'm not convinced it's going to last much more longer. So here to give you the chat, head over to the chat, stick in where you are, what school you are, and maybe let me know if there's any sunshine still to be found out there. And while you're doing that, we'll do a reminder of the words that we remembered yesterday. So a couple of days ago, we worked on the words that were around about our face. We had our closen, our sulen, our strawn, and our beal. And remember, we had a nice wee song about faith in then as well. And then yesterday we looked at our cown, our goulnion, our gloonion, your knees hiding down there, and I guess cast, a foot right at the bottom. And that was so we could use it in a song. But before we do that, let's do a wee practice. Just make sure we can still remember these. We had our cown, and our goulnion, and our gloonion, and our cast, which should hopefully be a big clue as to what song this is. We also had our sulen, our closen, our beal, agus, and our strawn right here. So do you think you could join me for cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, which is what song in English? Yes, it is indeed. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. We'll give it a wee go. We'll do it nice and slowly to start off. Ready? Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast, agus sulen, closen, beal, agus strawn. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Easy? What do you think? Furista? I think so. Definitely 2 furista for you professional 4-7s. We'll go a bit faster. Hey, yeah, 3, care. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast, agus sulen, closen, beal, agus strawn. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Hastro, is that still too easy? Should we go faster? I think so. Hey, yeah, 3, care. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast, agus sulen, closen, beal, agus strawn. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Sure, bottom. Faster, even faster. Let's get limbered up here. Hey, yeah, 3, care. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast, agus sulen, closen, beal, agus strawn. Cown, goulnion, gloonion, cast, gloonion, cast. Harshin, hammy ski. I am tired after that, but also ready to go and to learn some more Gaelic. Agus Harshin. All this week we've been learning new Gaelic phrases and words. So let's do a wee revision about what we've covered so far. All the way back on Monday, we started with Falcha. Welcome. Can you say that? Falcha. And a wee reminder, we also had good morning. What was good morning? Matin va. It was indeed Matin va. And then finally we had goodbye, which was what? Cheery. It was indeed cheery. And then Tuesday, we were asking a question. We wanted to say the simplest way to ask somebody their name, to literally say, who are you, was what? Kert. It was indeed. Ko usa. Ko usa. And if we wanted to answer, what did we say for my name is? Can you remember? We're just saying I am is Misha, and then your name. So I would say is Misha Joy. Go usa is Misha Joy. And then on Wednesday, we counted up to 4 together. Can we give that a wee go? Hun, ega, a tree, a ceher. Nice and easy. One more time. Hun, ega, a tree, a ceher. Margarita. Nice simple one, that one. And yesterday, we got a bit fancier with our numbers. We learned how to say 8. That's my 8 fingers, isn't it? Yep. All the way up to 8. So what did we have? We had a hun, ega, a tree, a ceher, a coig, a shia, a sheach, a hoch. So a wee quick reminder of that last 5, 6, 7, 8 was a coig, a shia, a sheach, and a hoch. Margarita, all the way to 8. Today, we may as well just learn up to 10. We've only got 2 numbers left. Number 9 actually sounds quite like 9 because it starts with a n. Nui. You try saying that for me. Nui. So number 9 is nui, and number 10 is jich. One more time. Jich. And you might have already known that from our quiz when we talk about jich, jichen. 10 seconds left for us to put in an answer. So we probably already know jich. And nui sounds so much like 9. I think this is actually maybe too easy for you guys. Shurta Maha. Let's see if we can count from 1 all the way up to 10. We have a hun, ega, a tree, a ceher, a coig, a shia, a sheach, a hoch, a nui, a jich. We'll try that again. A hun, ega, a tree, a ceher, a coig, a shia, a sheach, a hoch, a nui, a jich. So here's hoping that you can teach other people, maybe friends, family members, even your pets, who knows, to count up to 10, and also that you can use all those lovely words and phrases definitely throughout this week, but even throughout the year. And every single time we've been meeting, we've also been talking about our theme of Sheaching in Gaelic. What's our theme this year? Our big subject that we do? Yes, Margarita. It is indeed Clechgi Nyo Kaigi. Use it or lose it. And we've, I think, seen how important it is to use our Gaelics. We remember them this week. And it's been lovely to meet boys and girls who, just like you, try especially hard to use their Gaelic in different ways. Well, in June, today, we're visiting pupils of Bunskol Goon Vegain or Dunvegan Primary School. Now, that's right up in the north of the island of Skye. Some of you might have heard of the Isle of Skye. And not only do we have some children in that school fluent in Gaelic, they do all their work in Gaelic, and some others who maybe have just a wee bit because they maybe don't speak Gaelic, don't have as much opportunity to speak Gaelic every day. But that doesn't matter because they have a special after-school club that is for all, and they only use Gaelic in that. So let's find out a wee bit more.
Hello, Dunya and Jew. I'm Jansen and Skianach. This bring with Scolarin, Vinskal, Vinbeking, when doi ans be at Hena Clark in the Gaelic. I guess upper given it Eski, I guess Jalasach. Geleva, nes je home misje, als je begint zat het niet chicken gemaakt met nog ergens animal, was een kerst. Oh, goed, als je begint zat het. I guess a veel kindje horen ik maar de woord akkersje. Huh? Maar je toch nog horen in een draaste. Veel? Je horen in een gastje. Ik ken je maar uit, dat is maar querido.
he. I just thought in each again, they had hard from the year. Big scores, as she said. Pull did you a class shop, please. Ashley. Amen. Amen. Hi, me young. Amen. So she do it to my me so it.
Oh, my.
Right. Wilson Dish. Pull did you call it? See? Yeah. Oh.
Yn Tosach, Jane Penny Maharov.
Gus Misha Grace, Gus Misha 1.
Agus Jane classes of Ilship.
Class of G, and Misha and class of Gat.
Gleva, agus hó Misha. Could be Shiva Jane of Rittigan, Gemasorich, is Jane School like G Hound.
Club of A.
Agus Jane Pachurst is a club of Ree.
Ashimir Liv Ata.
G Cofatas of a Shuri.
Bishop Oligu and then Gatek. Fad. Nation
Cyn gyma ffatter follow, na fel. Baby gyfal yn G Siacib gyma falling, agus fit. Na fel. Oh, so fydd dyn i dol am cwydio'ch o chlaswch yn y biarla?
Agus Mami.
Agus mami yn cwydio'ch? Ti fi'n daddy yn?
Daddy Kitcha.
Shinnerin? Shinnerin?
Yeah.
Mami yn, daddy yn. Na plastic yn Gaelig, agus na plastic yn biarla?
Aniana.
Agus Aniana.
Philadelphia.
Mahim.
So, has yn dydych y tasach dydych yn lwyddi, has yn cover reistrein y scola, hai fosgol te hula scholar, Gaelic agus biarla, bo class a hyn, go class a siach. Hai cwtach fosgol te na niach tekish ula, agus cwtach go parent yn. So, bi a gawa te gach dros dwng, bis ni cosg doch a cwt yn 10 minutes yn y blach y suas, bis yn dianw eithar yn y siamila rwy, bi fiot na fion ysoi cyd dianw reis cosiach, agus fion ni la tidach cosiach, agus Biar gael tor spores, a choma club y fiacing as a Gaelic, agus anna dyn fe can hen, as ha cortir is a hula dynia.
I thought that was just brilliant. So lovely to see how much everybody at Dunvegan Primary School loves using their Gaelic, how they help each other in the running club, and how they're learning words through Gaelic. And hopefully you recognise them saying Cleachgi Nyo Kylie at the end. And I think that is a brilliant way to do just that. And remember, you'll be able to watch all these videos on their own on our YouTube channel from next week onwards. Now, throughout this week, we're learning a song in Gaelic, and I say it all the time, but I do believe it. Singing is the best way to learn some Gaelic. It's easy, it's fun, and all you do is just give it a go. Doesn't matter if you don't think you can sing very well. Doesn't matter if you can't remember any Gaelic. It's the best way to just give it a try, and I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do. We're learning a song called Brachtoch Bana. Do you remember that? It's all about the beautiful, fancy-looking ship that we're seeing sailing past. And we've been working very hard on this. There's lots of words in this one. So what we're going to do, we're not going to learn a new verse today. What I want us to do is practice all the bits separately, and then we're going to put it together, like one magnificent performance at the end. So do you remember on Monday we started with the chorus? I don't think we need to practice this one. I think that's one bit we probably do have, with all those vocables, those sounds. So we'll give it a wee try. After two. Hun, iga. Hilian bekho ilioro. Hilian bekho ilioro. Hilian bekho ilioro. Hu ha than no hu o ile. Nice and easy? I I think so. And don't worry if you're thinking, well, maybe it wasn't as good as I could be with that one. We're going to sing it after every single verse, and between every single verse, you're going to get at least 4 times to do it. And then we had our first verse where we're talking to the son of the Earl of that beautiful boat and telling him, we saw your boat sailing past. So we had Vihgirle nam brachtach bana. We said that 3 times. And then Hunna me the long sale. We give that a wee go. Ready? After 2. Or should we go after 4? Now we're good at numbers. Why not? Hey, yeah, 3. Keha. Vihgirle nam brachtach bana. Vihgirle nam brachtach bana. Vihgirle nam brachtach bana. Hunna me the long sale. Chorus. Ilian beg ho ilioro. Ilian beg ho ilioro. Ilian beg ho ilioro. Who had the know who illa. Margarita, well done. Second verse, do you remember we used the last line and then we flipped it to become lines 1, 2, 3. So we already know. Hunna me the longer sala. I saw your boat sailing past. And then remember, she had the beautiful rudder that was of gold and the 2 masts of silver in there. So we had Vastudoror. Let's try that. Vastudoror. Stachraunedegich. Stachraunedegich. So let's try that verse. We'll do that and then we'll go into the chorus. You ready? And yeah. Hunna me the longer sale. Hunna me the longer sale. Hunna me the longer sale. Vastudoror stachraunedegich. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Who had the know who illa. Margarita. And then yesterday we moved the Vastudoror stachraunedegich forward and they became lines 1, 2, and 3. And we finished off talking about the beautiful yards of silk that it had, all the way from Galway on board. Galway's in Ireland. Beautiful silk, it must be. So we had Scubilche. You gonna try that? Scubilche. Hita na Galjavin. Hita na Galjavin. Loads of sounds in there. So we're going to try and put them together and we make one long line of Scubilche hita na Galjavin. And again. Scubilche hita na Galjavin. And let's try that verse now. Hun, higa. Vastudoror stachraunedegich. Vastudoror stachraunedegich. Vastudoror stachraunedegich. Scubilche hita na Galjavin. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Who had the know who illa. 4, va. Nisha, are we ready to do the whole thing, one after the other? We're feeling fit, feeling match fit, ready to go. After 4, starting with the chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, all the way through. Hey, yeah, 3, kiss. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Who had the know who illa. Vihgirle nam brachtach bana. Vihgirle nam brachtach bana. Vihgirle nam brachtach bana. Hunna me the longer sale. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Ilian becco ilioro. Who had the know who sale, chunna mi da wanger sale, chunna mi da wanger sale, chunna mi da wanger sale, vastu dor stach raunregich, ilien beko ilioro, ilien beko ilioro, ilien beko ilioro, uhoten lo uoile, vastu dor stach raunregich, vastu dor stach raunregich, vastu dor stach raunregich, Scoopy Jade na galevin, Ian Beko Ilioro, Ian Beko Ilioro, Ian Beko Ilioro, Uhotan lo Uoile. Smart, each of a hula did. Well done. That was an excellent effort. A big song there, but no bother to you. Fabulous P4-7s. Do keep singing it, and remember the song resources there for anyone who wants to keep singing along. Now you'll remember that every single day we've had somebody visiting to talk about how they use Gaelic in their daily lives, and on Monday we'd Callum, and then we had Peter coming in and he took with him his dogs, and we had Rona and Florrie and Sula coming in with him, and after that we met Kit from Paisley Circus. Ailey was in yesterday, and today I'm going to say hello to Ross Christie, and Ross is somebody who also uses Gaelic in lots of different ways. Fisker Maros!
Fisker Magus Hain, Hamadiking.
Loves of my Dyke, and lovely to see you, and lovely you've come to talk to our P4-7s here. And Ross, they've been working really, really hard all week, learning lots of Gaelic, singing along, and they've just been wonderful. I'm very impressed, but they probably don't know you as well as I know you. So can you tell them a wee bit about yourself?
Of course, yeah, lovely to be speaking to everyone. My name's Ross, and I live on St Open in Oban on the west coast of Scotland, where we get lots of bear line going past, like I was hearing in your song there. I've lived here most of my life. I've spent a little bit of time on St Neil in Skianach, the Isle of Skye, as well as living in Glasgow. But I'm very happy to be back here home on St Open in Oban, now working, doing a couple of things, working as a Gaelic researcher and also as a Gaelic mountain guide.
Oh, now they're both very exciting. Let's talk about them both in a minute. We'll start with a researcher. What does a Gaelic researcher do?
Yeah, it's a good question. So most of my day, I'm here at this laptop in my office, reading all sorts of books from past few decades, working towards writing a trachgus, which is a big thesis, eventually going to be the length of a book, about 100,000 words long. And I'm writing that whole thing in Gaelic over the next couple of years. So a big job ahead of me. So hivod.
And we have learnt lots of Gaelic in this class, but not sure if we're quite ready for a 10,000 word dissertation yet. So let's maybe talk about your outside learning you were speaking about there. What sort of thing is that?
Yeah, well, I think it's great fun to get out of the classroom and get out of the house, you know, here in my home office, and to get out and look at Gaelic outdoors. Because here in Scotland, we're so lucky, the outdoors is absolutely coated in Gaelic. So all of our mountain names, town names, rivers, lochs, and then of course all of our lovely animals, flora and fauna, and all the plants and everything. They've all got amazing Gaelic names. So I find that's a great way to go and learn brand new words. And I do that every day, picking up brand new Gaelic words just by going and adventuring in the hills.
Oh, so that all makes sense, because I've heard people talk about adventure learning. And is that just what it means? Go on an adventure and then see what you can learn on the way there?
That's basically it. We don't have a plan, we don't have a textbook, but we go out, we start marching in a straight line up the mountain, and we see what we find. And you find all sorts when you're walking around this part of the world, all sorts of animals, as I was saying. And I was telling you earlier, I was with a group a few weeks ago. We were out walking actually in a hill quite near Oban, a lovely wooded hill, and a fiorach ruag ran across the road in front of us. A fiorach ruag is a squirrel, a red squirrel. And that was great. So we were using that word and learning that word, and we were thinking about the word fiorach and fiorachal. So fiorachal in Gaelic means someone who's curious, and as you were saying, good at stashing things away and good at finding things. So it's a great word for a squirrel in Gaelic. So that's how we learn through adventure learning. We just see what pops up in the natural world and we pick up Gaelic from it.
And do you think there are boys and girls who they don't get to learn Gaelic every single day in school, but maybe do you think it would be a good way for them to add a wee bit more Gaelic into their lives, is to find something that they enjoy doing, whether it's out adventuring outside or adventuring inside, find your own wee adventure and then put that into Gaelic?
Certainly, that's it. No matter where you are in Scotland or no matter what it is you're interested in, the Gaelic language will cover it. And if you find some words relating to that using a dictionary and looking online, you'll find out how amazing it is to look at the thing you already know about, you know really well, but through a totally different perspective, i.e. a different language. So yeah, I think folks should definitely give that a go.
That sounds brilliant. And one very, very quick question before you go. I have to ask you this, because I've been asking everybody this. What is your favourite Gaelic word and why?
Yes, well, it changes all the time. So my most recent one, because I'm learning all these new words all the time, I've just learnt the word scrotig, which is the sort of thing that sheep or cattle do when it's a horrible, horrible storm and they're hiding away behind a bush or a tree or huddled together to get away from the weather. They're a scrotig, a curry, a scrotig. And I like it because that's what I've been doing for the past few weeks with the horrible weather. I've been a scrotig in my house, hiding away from the weather. So scrotig.
I love that, and I can hear and see them doing it at the same time. Tafflin, good morning, Ross. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us. But Achashin, I'm going to have to stop our conversation because it is time for our final quiz of the week. Now we're going to have to do this quickly because we don't have much time, but that's good because all we need is 10 seconds to answer each question. And I don't think they're too tricky today. But, Coigafis, I could be wrong. Keishtahoon, find the poll, put in the correct answer as quick as you can, because the question is, how do you say the number 10 in Gaelic? Is it och, 8? Is it jich? Or is it coig? Is it och? Is it jich? Or is it coig? Find the poll, stick your answer in now. I very nearly told you the answer there, but thankfully you were all very quick and you managed to get the correct answer. It is indeed jich, and I didn't spoil it. Whew. What about Keishtiga? That's quite an easy one too. What type of Gaelic club did Dunvegan Primary School hold after school? Is it Club of B, a food club? Is it Kosher Gaelic, a Gaelic choir? Or is it C, Club of Rui, a running club? Food club, Gaelic choir, running club. Stick in your answer, Inish. It is indeed a Club of Rui. And again, Jechimach Jech. 100% correct. Now, for our last question, I wonder if we could get just as many correct answers coming in. Our new friend Ross is particularly interested in what type of learning. Was it sleeping learning? Was it adventure learning? Or was it cooking learning? Stick your answer in, Inish. Oh, you are so clever. Everybody got it correct. It was indeed adventure learning. And I do think that sounds like the best way to learn. I'm definitely, next time I go outside, I'm going to have a wee look and think, what else could I learn whilst I'm here? Unfortunately, that is it. Thank you so much for coming in all week. I do hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I think you've all been brilliant. A wee exciting prize for doing so well. You all get a certificate from our wonderful friends at Twinkle. And your teachers will have this. They've got a link to that, so you can either print it out or share it digitally with you all. But it has been so nice to be with you. I do hope that you keep speaking Gaelic and you keep teaching your friends, your family, maybe even your pets, what you know. And maybe you'll keep singing our song. Brachtig Bana as well. Quick thank you to the lovely Ross who came in to talk to us, and also our brilliant friends at Dunvegan Primary School for doing so well with their running. And of course, thank you to Forstna Gaelic for making all these sessions possible. But from me, sadly, for the last time for this year, I'm going to say cheerio drasta and hope to see you again next year.